21-0. Again, we're about 14 minutes away from kickoff between Penn State and Pitt here. Here's a look at some of the other games on our schedule. I'm curious to see what we're going to get from that Stanford team. It felt like earlier in the season everybody's curious to see what we're going to get from UCF, but Stanford's pretty beat up. That offensive line is not like the line that we've seen in the past.
And their defense is slow in the secondary.
Right?
Still very disciplined. They're just slow in the secondary.
And that 3:30 game, SC taking on BYU, and that's on ABC. And even Slovis a week ago, we're trying to figure out how to pronounce his name. And now they're chanting MVP, MVP, the way he finished that game against Stanford. Mark, what do you see from this true freshman?
It was so impressive. What I really saw was the coaches didn't hold back with any of the playbooks. They opened things up, and they let him throw it. Look at this deep ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Same thing. Like we talked about that secondary, though. Yeah. Not as rangy as I thought. Like, they just looked a little slow, a little sluggish. I mean, with those three wideouts at SC, you got to be on your toes, man.
It's Graham Harrell's offense now, right? The air raid.
Yeah.
Slovis, the one thing we know about Slovis is that back in high school, he's a three-star recruit from Arizona, and Kurt Warner was his quarterback's coach here. He had poise. That's the one thing that stood out in that game.
Stoic. I mean, he didn't flinch. He didn't bat an eye. It was impressive to watch a young kid like that.
How do you know? Again, we're talking about a kid that was an early enrollee, right? They had Fink there, they had Sears there. He comes in and he bumps those two guys.
Welcome to Gridiron Ring, live right here on Periscope. College football, Pitt at Penn State, live reactions, play-by-play. As myself, the Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96, sees them. Pitt Penn State was actually supposed to kick off at noon Eastern Time this afternoon on ABC, but due to a weather delay, kick time will now be at 12:40. It's only about a half hour, 40-minute delay due to lightning at Beaver Stadium in Happy Valley right here in central Pennsylvania. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. If you have chat questions and comments, let me know in the comment section below. Also, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. If you're watching on playback on YouTube, links are in the description below. Gridring 18, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube, almost at 1,000 subscribers. So thank you, and thank you. Also, follow myself, the Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96, over on Twitter, and right here on Periscope, Cool Hand Luke 96. Like, and super heart button. Also, be sure to share this. Share this, hashtag college football, hashtag CFB 150, hashtag Pitt versus PSU. A very, very good sign now over at Beaver Stadium. 11 minutes away from kick between the 1-1 Pitt Panthers and 2-0 Penn State Nittany Lions, who are ranked 13th in the country. After defeating Idaho and Buffalo to start 2019, Pitt lost to Virginia and then defeated Ohio last week. So weather delay almost over. Kickoff now at 12:40 Eastern Time. Teams warmed up. They called them off the field, delayed the game. 12:40 now. That's when they'll kick. We'll have coin toss. There is Jonathan Vilma and Mark Sanchez back in the studio with pregame, an extended pregame for everybody involved, including myself, as I was live right here on Periscope, right about 5-10 minutes before the original scheduled kick at 12 Eastern Time this afternoon. However, with the rain delay, game getting delayed till 12:40, it screws everything up. My end, studio's end, TV coverage, everything, especially the teams, more so the teams than anybody involved, because you go out and warm up for 45 minutes to an hour before kick. Then the game gets delayed. You got to go back into the locker room, basically sit around and do nothing. And then you come back out, got to warm up once again. So who knows? Maybe some of these players are going to be too warmed up, and then come late in the game, they're not going to be able to make as many plays as they were expecting to late in the fourth quarter when the game is potentially on the line. when Pitt and Penn State are now meeting today for the 100th overall time, and potentially could be the final time for quite a while, as there is no scheduled matchup in the near future. Clemson, Syracuse tonight, 7:30 on ABC. Clemson a 27.5 point favorite with Trevor Lawrence and company. So about a little less than 10 minutes away now from kick with Pitt and Penn State. And I'm getting a little tired of hearing Jonathan Vilma and Mark Sanchez, to be honest with you, with an extended pregame. Because like I said, the lightning delay, the weather delay screws everything up. You get ready to kick off at 12, and then it gets delayed for 40 minutes. Hell, a couple years ago, Penn State went on the road to Michigan State. 3.5-hour rain delay. And then Penn State ended up losing on a game-winning field goal, 27-24, after losing the week before to Ohio State by 1 point. Pitt, they're going to come to play today. Okay, Narduzzi's going to have his guys fired up, ready to go, as this is the 100th meeting. Okay, 100th overall meeting with Pitt and Penn State, the Panthers, and the Nittany Lions. Chris Fowler and Todd Blackledge are going to be on the call for today's game on ABC with Holly Rowe on the sideline. Normally would be Sean McDonough and Todd Blackledge, the former Penn State quarterback who won a national championship in 1982 with the Nittany Lions, drafted in the first round in 83 by the Kansas City Chiefs. Sean McDonough, though, a Syracuse alum, getting honored tonight at the Clemson-Syracuse game. So it'll be Sean McDonough and Kirk Herbstreit and Maria Taylor, Clemson-Syracuse tonight at 7:30, and then Chris Fowler and Todd Blackledge for Pitt and Penn State. So I'm just waiting for kickoff so I can do what I do best, and that is do live reactions, play-by-play of football. I will have live reactions, play-by-play of Pitt Penn State once they kick off here very shortly. Play-by-play as I see it, left to right, right to left, everything in between, with Penn State football, with college football in general, the NFL. Tomorrow I'll be live right here on Periscope for Seahawks Steelers at 1 p.m. So around this time tomorrow, be sure to tune back in live right here on Periscope. And then also tomorrow night with WWE Clash of Champions, along with NFL Sunday Night Football with the Eagles and Falcons. Also got another game on right now as well with Ohio State and Indiana out of the Big Ten. And it is 7-0 Buckeyes halfway through the first quarter. So I'm able to watch two events at once now, if you do not know, as I now have a 2 TV setup. So commercial break, Ohio State, Indiana. Just went to commercial. Now 5 minutes away from Pitt and Penn State in the Keystone Classic, a Pennsylvania rivalry that'll be going old school this afternoon over in Happy Valley at Beaver Stadium. Ohio State, Indiana now highlights on the extended pregame show. And it was a 3-yard Justin Fields touchdown run on an RPO. So Buckeyes lead 7-0, 4:52 officially to play in the opening quarter. And once again, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. I'm Coolhand Luke 96, the Encyclopedia of Sports. Follow me over on Twitter and right here on Periscope, Coolhand Luke 96, if you haven't done so already. Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Almost at 1,000 subscribers, as previously mentioned. Once I hit that 1,000 subscriber goal of mine, I will have a video thanking everyone over on YouTube, so keep an eye out for that. Also, I released college football and NFL predictions for this weekend. College football week 3 and NFL week 2 predictions over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel, so be sure to go check those out. And we'll head to Happy Valley here within seconds for the kick between Pitt and Penn State, and it's about damn time. Should have kicked off at noon Eastern time here on the East Coast. Thing is, lightning delay or not, just let them play. I get safety. I totally understand that, but you know, just go out and play. Just let them play. If something happens, obviously, yeah, I get it. Like I said, safety-wise, they're just taking precautions, but it's like, just, it's stupid is what it is, because it just screws everything up, as I previously mentioned. Maryland on the board with a safety, down 7-2 on the road against Temple. Georgia now up 13-0 on Arkansas State. Behind the hedges in Athens, Georgia. Pitt, Penn State, weather delay, as that is now over. We're a minute away from kickoff with Pitt and Penn State, they say. So pregame going on over at Beaver Stadium, as everybody who entered Beaver Stadium once the weather delay hit was allowed to stay inside, but then they closed the gates. Anybody who did not enter the stadium yet had to remain outside of the stadium, go back to their cars, stand in line, continue to stand in line until they reopen the gates, send everybody to the BJC, the Bryce Jordan Center, the arena right next to Beaver Stadium. However, around noon, that's when we're going to have a Keegan-Michael Key, Mark Cuban open video package, just like we saw last year as well. Keegan-Michael Key, a Penn State alum. Mark Cuban, a Pittsburgh native. And myself, growing up in Central Pennsylvania, diehard blue and white Penn State fan. However, I do like the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Pittsburgh Penguins. But eat shit Pitt. It's not hell to Pitt. It's not H2P. It's we are Penn State, and eat shit Pitt for this game in a battle of the Panthers and Nittany Lions. #100th overall meeting with Pitt and Penn State. And here come the Nittany Lions. 100th and potentially the final meeting. As mentioned, there is no scheduled meeting between the two schools for quite some time. Blackledge and Fowler on the call from Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As I was saying, everybody that was not in the stadium had to remain outside, and then once they announced kickoff would be at 12:40, teams were able to warm up once again. That's when they reopened the gates. Everybody was then allowed to enter the stadium. So in the past 40 minutes, we've had 110,000 plus enter Beaver Stadium. Blackledge, former Penn State quarterback, as I said, won a national title in '82 with the Nittany Lions. Defeated Pitt back in the early '80s as the starting quarterback. And now, once the teams are back out on the field now, it does seem like they are speeding pregame up with the extended pregame with the weather delay. It's just totally different today with this weather delay. Like I said, it just screws everything up. But we're going to have kickoff here next. So thank you for tuning in. There's Sean Clifford, the Big Red Dog, number 14 for Penn State. No INTs yet on the season, along with 6 touchdowns. Penn State will kick off. Crowd still filing in, obviously, during this stripe out with Pitt and Penn State. Student section more so than anybody. It is a noon kickoff, so that's expected. We will rock you. Jordan Stout on the kickoff for the Nittany Lions from the 35. Penn State going to be going left to right across your television screen, vice versa for Pitt. Kenny Pickett at quarterback for the Pitt Panthers. Stout will kick off. Virginia Tech transfer kicker, number 98, kicks off, and it's going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback. Pitt will start at the 25-yard line. Ollie Rowe on the sideline for ESPN. Chris Fowler and Todd Blackledge once again on the call. Stripe out with Pitt and Penn State. There's Mark Whipple, the new offensive coordinator for the Pitt Panthers, former two-time UMass head coach, former offensive coordinator as well in the NFL with multiple teams. There's the Peterson Event Center with Pitt football horsing around a little bit. Pitt going old school today, wearing some throwback road uniforms. Pickett going to start out under center from the 25, handoff. And stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Antonio Shelton, 55 on the tackle for the Nittany Lions. 2nd and 10. Screen pass near side, incomplete. Pickett basically just threw that into the ground. 3rd and 10 on Pitt's opening drive. Pickett now running towards the sideline, getting the play call from his offensive coordinator, Mark Whipple. Pickett now going to be in shotgun. Crowd on their feet on Pitt's opening drive from the 25. Trips near side. Pickett looking to throw over the middle, complete. Going to be brought down after a 2-yard gain by John Reed. 4th and 8. Pitt will punt to begin the 100th overall meeting with the Panthers and Nittany Lions. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Share this on social media. Chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated. Hit that like, super like, and super heart button as well. And like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cohan Luke 96 on social media. Number 1, KJ Hamler back deep to receive this punt for the Nittany Lions. Punt up and away. Hamler fair catch at the 26-yard line. So that is where Penn State will begin their opening drive. Penn State gonna start out in the shotgun. Fake the give. Clifford pass complete. Pat Fryermuth to the 29. Makes a guy miss. Gets out past the 30. First down, Nittany Lions. First and 10 from the 41. Clifford looking to throw once again. Pump fake. Steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down for a yard loss. 2nd and 11. Pitt and Penn State both sporting the college football 150 patches on their uniforms this season as college football is celebrating 150 years. 100th overall meeting with the Panthers and Nittany Lions today. Trips to the top, handoff from Clifford to Journey Brown. Gain of 5 yards to the 46. Going to be 3rd and 6. Brown played his high school ball at Meadville in one game against DuBois back in 2015. Had 10 rushing touchdowns and over 1,000 yards rushing. Clifford in shotgun, 4 wide, 3rd and 7 officially from the 45.5-yard line. Clifford looking to throw once again, and almost sacked. Clifford near side, running, and he's going to get the first down out past the 50 before running out of bounds at the 42. First down, Penn State. Pistol Brown moves to the right of Clifford Dale. Shotgun now, 1st and 10, 42-yard line. Penn State left to right across your television screen, radio, and audio dial. 11:40 to play in the first. 4 wide. Clifford throwing once again near side. Complete, no, incomplete. Intended for K.J. Handler, number 1. Once again, crowd still filing in. Student section about half full, as it is a noon kickoff. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. I'll get to those here in a second. 2nd and 10. Clifford once again, and he's going to get sacked. Fumble on the play. Penn State recovers back at the 46. You got to protect the blind side. Clifford did not even see him coming. Jeez, come on, you got to block. It all starts up front. You can't block, you can't run the ball. It doesn't open up the play action pass. Now it's 3rd and 23 from the 45. I would expect a halfback draw up the gut. They might go for the deep ball, though. We'll see. Fake the give. Clifford looking to throw. Complete. And that's to number 6, Justin Shorter at the 44. Going to be short of the first down marker. 4th down. Penn State. I highly doubt they're going to kick a very, very long field goal with Jordan Stout, as it would be about a 61-yarder. Blake Gillikin, 93, on the punt to potentially pin Pitt deep inside their own 10-yard line. Gillikin, punt, going to be fair caught at the 13-yard line by Pitt. Hopefully everybody had a happy and safe Friday the 13th yesterday, and Freddie and Jason didn't come and get you. We'll go to commercial break with Pitt and Penn State in the 100th overall meeting between the Panthers and Nittany Lions after a 40-minute weather delay due to lightning. But we're underway finally, and if you can't tell, I'm pumped up for this ball game this afternoon, as it could potentially be the final meeting all time, if not for quite a while, because as mentioned in my prediction video this week and a couple times already this afternoon, there is no scheduled meeting between the two schools in the near future. So chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for tuning in once again and watching my live reactions, play-by-play of Pitt and Penn State live right here on Periscope. I'm your Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. Follow me right here on Periscope, Twitter, Cool Hand Luke 96, Gridiron Ring 18. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube as well. Share this. Chat questions and comments. Super like, and super heart. Those previous chat questions and comments. What do we got here? I'm hoping during that delay. I'm hoping during the delay that they didn't make Pitt. Ha ha ha. Over under for the game is, it was 16.5. It might have moved to 17. But yeah, no comment on those other previous comments that just made their way in. And yeah, we're at a commercial break with Pitt and Penn State. Also a commercial break with Ohio State, Indiana on Fox. Buckeyes were winning 7-0.
Okay, I have to say something. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles.
So the Masked Singer going to be coming back in a couple weeks on Fox. Really, that's what really set off Antonio Brown. After he was on the Masked Singer, his life has just gone downhill. Michigan. Actually, this is a Big Ten commercial. There's Nebraska, Illinois, Minnesota, Purdue, Northwestern, Michigan State, Maryland, Indiana, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Penn State, Nebraska. I think they'll bounce back tonight against Northern Illinois after losing last week on the road to Colorado in overtime. Iowa as well. They play at Iowa State this afternoon. That is where College Game Day was this morning, and Corso picked the Cyclones over the Hawkeyes. Now WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Fox starting October the 4th. Allstate, Good Hands, Field Goal Net. Pitt will start at the 13. 1st and 10. Pickett in the pistol. And a 3-yard loss. Micah Parsons on the stop, wearing that iconic number 11 Penn State blue and white jersey. Second and 15. P.J. Mustapher, 97, on the stop with Jonathan Sutherland. Penn State brings a blitz. Screen pass out of the backfield. First down, Pitt out past the 30, 40, midfield before getting pushed out of bounds inside Penn State territory at the 40-yard line. Huge play for Pitt on 3rd and long as they bring the blitz, and it beats them with a simple halfback screen. Missed tackles left and right on Penn State before Sutherland pushed him out of bounds, out past midfield. Jeez, come on. From the 40, Pickett looking to throw. Over the middle, incomplete. Parsons with the deflection. 2nd and 10. Pitt hands off, about a yard loss. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Cam Brown, number 6, on the tackle. Fumble on the snap. Pickett going to run for it. Gets about 3 before Parsons brings him down. Pitt could attempt a long field goal here if they wish, but it looks like their drive is going to stall after a huge gain on 3rd and long from their own 10. Get out past the 50 to the 40, and he can't move the ball any further. 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter, 0-0 game, and Pitt will come on to punt and try to pin Penn State deep now. Got a whistle. Delay a game for Pitt. They'll back it up 5 yards. No foul for delay of game. Timeout Pitt. And they will go to commercial. I'll get to some other scores along with stats from this game coming up at halftime. But Georgia reportedly up 20-0 on Arkansas State. Lamont Wade is number 38. The safety from Clairton, which is down around Pittsburgh. Speaking of Pitt and Penn State and secondary players, a former Penn State Mini Lion who was just on the team just a couple months back transferred to Pitt and is now playing as a graduate transfer for the Panthers. So leading up to this game, leading into this game, Penn State supposedly changed all their signals and Pitt thinks it's hilarious. Well, we'll see what happens on the field today because you still got to play the game. Whether or not you're going to try to steal signals beats me. I think Penn State's still going to win, but it is a close game here early on. I knew it was going to be close all game. Penn State and Pitt is a rivalry game. Keystone Classic, they named that a couple years ago after really didn't have a name back in the day. Like I said, Narduzzi, he's going to have his guys fired up to play. This is Pitt's Super Bowl. Okay? Any more for Penn State, though, it's just another game. But you still got to take every game seriously. Whether you're playing Idaho like you did 2 weeks ago when you put up 79 on the Vandals, 45-13 win over Buffalo last week, but you're down 10-7 at halftime. You scored 2 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes of the second half. And then you get Pitt coming in. Clifford, first start versus a Power 5 school, Pitt out of the ACC. Shaw to the Creamery on campus at Penn State. Creamery ice cream, some of the best ice cream in the world, if not the best. Penn State cheerleaders. Rain coming down. There is Pat Narduzzi, the former Michigan State defensive coordinator. Pitt will punt once again. Watch for a fake, though. Watch for a fake. Maybe that's why they called their timeout. Hamler back deep. Pitt will punt. Hamler lets it bounce, and Pitt's going to down at the 2-yard line. Handoff Penn State. A yard run for Journey Brown. Penn State deep inside their 10-yard line. Ohio State with another touchdown against Indiana on the road. Shotgun once again for Penn State. Clifford looking to throw. Screen near side. Journey Brown incomplete. Handoff. Brown makes a couple guys miss out past the 25, 40, midfield. Maybe a 97-yard touchdown run for Journey Brown. He's going to be brought down inside the 15-yard line. First and goal, Penn State. Huge run from the Nittany Lions. Wonder why Ricky Slade did not start. Simple halfback draw on 3rd and long. Good blocking downfield. Down the near sideline before Brown gets brought down at the 12. 1st and 10. Clifford looking to throw. Intercepted at the 2-yard line. Jesus Christ. Flag on the play. Might be coming back. And Penn State is going to bring them down at the 45-yard line. Flag on the play. Let's see what that is. It's going to be pass interference on Pitt, it looks like. And Penn State's going to keep the ball. Pass interference defense. Automatic first down for Penn State. They will keep the ball. No interception on the play. Oh, for sure. He basically tackled him, and then the safety stepped up and picked it off right at the goal line. So after all of that, almost a 97-yard touchdown run for Journey Brown. About 80 yards on the previous run. The next play, an interception, almost returned to the house for a touchdown. However, pass interference gets called on Pitt. Penn State ball inside the 5-yard line. Devin Ford in the ball game, number 28. True freshman running back from Stafford, Virginia. 1st and goal from the 4. Handoff Ford. Built Ford tough. Looks like a touchdown Penn State. No? Going to be brought down right inside the 1. Second and goal. Handoff once again. Devin Ford, touchdown, Penn State. 6-0 Nittany Lions lead. That was clearly pass interference. It was a good call. And then Penn State punches it in. A couple plays later, Nittany Lions on top. 7-0. A crazy start, no doubt, with Pitt and Penn State in the 100th overall meeting between the two schools. A weather delay. 2 punts, some very, very big plays.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Butcher
Touchdown, Penn State. We got a commercial break. And Indiana has the ball, 23-yard line. Down 14-0. 14-3, excuse me, against Ohio State.
Only pay for what you need.
Introducing the Impossible Whopper with a patty made from plants. No beef.
You never had plants taste like beef before. Tastes like Whopper. Tastes like Whopper. Tastes like a beef burger.
Try the Impossible Whopper only at Pitt Penn or get it delivered during the game via DoorDash with $0 delivery fee.
Ohio State with a blocked punt. Ball rolls out of bounds. Safety for the Buckeyes, now 16-3. Jordan Stout will kick off once again for Penn State. And it looks like we're going to have another touchback. Pitt will start at the 25-yard line. 4:31 to play in the first quarter. Ohio State, Indiana highlights. Now 23-3. Buckeyes lead.
So Ohio State now up 23-3. Chris, back to you.
Kenny Pickett, number 8. Under center for Pitt. Handoff. Shelton on the stop for Penn State. Second down. Pickett hands off once again. Tariq Castro Fields, number 5, on the tackle. 3rd and long for the Panthers. Trips to the top of your screen, pass complete over the middle. And number 2, Keaton Ellis, the State College grad, brings them down a yard shy of the first down marker. 4th down Pitt, and it looks like the Panthers will punt once again. Hamler back deep to receive. And the ball's going to go out of bounds around the 10-yard line. That's where Penn State will begin. Some flashbacks to Penn State Pitt with Dan Marino and Todd Blackledge. Nittany Lions ended up winning on the road in the Steel City. Penn State blew out the number 1 ranked Pitt Panthers 48-14. Those were the days. Clifford, fake the give. Near side, Hamler, first down out past the 15-20. Hamler near sideline. Midfield now. Going to be brought down to the 42-yard line. A lot of very big plays from the Penn State offense here early on. Clifford looking to throw once again. Pressure. And incomplete. 10 for Hamler at the 20. Clifford hands off on 2nd and 10. A yard loss for Ricky Slade, number 3, who is now in the ballgame at running back. Clifford, incomplete over the middle. Intended for Nick Bowers, 83, from Kittanning. Under a minute to play in the first. Penn State leads 7-0.
He's right here. He's going to work inside on this stunt, right up the middle, right into the face of Sean Clifford. And that's a bad job by Ricky Slade, the back. He kind of turned his shoulder and kind of closed his eyes, helping out on that pass protection. As quarterback paid the price. 53-yard gain to Hamler.
Blake. Gillikin Island punts, and Penn State going to down it inside the 10. So field possession game here early on with a lot of big plays from just not the Penn State offense, the Pitt offense as well. But however, the one drive Pitt had an explosive play. That drive stalled and they punted, pinned Penn State deep, but then the Nittany Lions moved downfield right away once again. First and 10 out of the pistol. Pickett, pass for a yard for being pushed out of bounds. Pitt going old school. No signals from the Panthers. Pickett running to the sideline. Every single play getting the call from his offensive coordinator, and then running back onto the field to the huddle and relaying the call to his offensive teammates. 2nd and 9. And Jesse Lucada with a stop. 5 seconds in the first. And that'll be the end of the first quarter now. They will switch ends. Pitt will be going from the north end zone to the south end zone, left to right. Penn State vice versa. At the end of one in the 100th meeting between Pitt and Penn State leads 7-0.
To be the spark that ignites the fire in others.
It's in bettering ourselves and the world around us.
Pushing past boundaries, realizing potential, and inspiring others to do the same.
This spirit has been the driving force behind college football for 150 years. And it's at the heart of everything Mazda believes in. As part of their new platform, The Power of Potential, Mazda is proud to be the new title sponsor of the William B. Campbell Trophy.
For 3 decades, the National Football Foundation has bestowed that honor to student athletes who possess the very traits Mazda holds dear.
Humility,
be highlighting past winners by sharing their stories of human endeavor.
And each will show you, in its own unique way, the true power of potential.
$7.99 get you a large free top, this box, and a chance to get your game on with Todd Gurley. King, one of millions of prizes you could win from Pizza Hut when you play Hut Hut Win. You can't have football without the Hut.
To start your investment plan, find an advisor at massmutual.com.
Television's hit drama returns. It's not fixable until I find a solution. There's hope.
The Good Doctor premieres Monday, September 23rd on ABC.
Next week is a side-splitting fish out of water story with real bites.
You know you don't like interracial marriages. I mean, you made that very clear when you tried to hook my wife up during her wedding toast.
Okay, what's wrong with this?
Big Fish premieres Tuesday, September 24th on ABC.
Stars Trailer Sales. We're all about family. We sell quality travel trailers and fifth wheels. And whether they're of the family you take with you or of the family you've met along the way, you'll make family memories that you'll pass on to the next generation. And that's why we love what we do. Visit Stars Trailer Sales in Brockway or StarsTrailerSales.com today. A full-service, family-owned and operated dealership since 1968.
This September. Whatever you do, don't miss this one.
Series counts for Kenny Pickett in the first quarter. These yards to gain on a third down place ball first and 10.
Pickett looking to throw on 3rd and 6. Completed the 21. Going to be a yard shy of the first down marker, though, it looks like. And they give him the first down for some reason, but I get the yellow imaginary line on the field is always not always accurate. So on 1st and 10, yard loss for Pitt, 2nd and 11 to begin the second quarter. Pass complete near side of the 30. 36, first down, Pitt. Pitt moving the ball downfield here early on this drive. Handoff. Big tackle from Cam Brown. 2nd and 8. Pickett over the middle, complete out past midfield, first down, Pitt. The dead man, the phenom, the Undertaker has arrived at Beaver Stadium. 1st and 10 from the 46. Pickett looking to throw, almost intercepted the 25. by Garrett Taylor. Pass incomplete, 2nd and 10 Panthers. Pickett, halfback screen, and should have been a loss of a couple, but however, a 2-yard gain on 2nd down, 3rd down on the way. Pickett rolling near side. Gets pushed out of bounds. About 4th and 2, 4th and 3 maybe. See if Pitt goes for it. They will from the 40, 4th and 4. Empty backfield, 5 wide for the Panthers. Pickett gets the snap over the middle, completed the 1st down marker. Enough for the 1st down though. It's going to depend on the spot. They might bring the chain gang out. Zebra timeout. They'll bring the chains on to measure, see if it's enough for a 1st down. It looks like he got enough for the 1st down, but we'll see here now. And 1st down, Pitt. Drive continues. Pitt, very, very simple on this drive as they move downfield. Move the chains once again, 1st and 10. Man in motion. Pickett under center. Fake the give, looking to throw. And a missed tackle due to field conditions. Windsor brings them down at the 30. Second and 3 from the 29. Pickett, dump off for a 1st down. Panthers now enter the red zone. 1st and 10. Pass completed the 12. First down Pitt once again, inside the 10. Empty backfield. First and goal. Slant complete at the 6. Pickett now 11 of 12 on this drive. Pickett looking to throw. Missed tackle once again. Jan Johnson chasing him down from behind. Pickett runs out of bounds inside the 5. Third and goal on the way. Under 8 to play in the first half. Penn State leads 7-0 over Pitt. Trips near side, man in motion. Pickett under center, has trouble with the snap. Bubble screen near side. And Penn State going to wrap him down at the 9-yard line. 4th and goal as Penn State holds on defense. Pitt will settle for a field goal. Kick is up and good. 7-3 is now your score with 6:34 to play before halftime.
team?
Emergence from your September 20th on ABC.
Penn State will get the ball back for the first time in 7+ minutes. After that field goal drive from the Pitt Panthers, Ohio State now up 30-3 on Indiana. 2:15 to play before halftime in Bloomington. So Ohio State 30, Indiana 3. Pitt will kick off. And we're going to have a return from Penn State at the goal line out to the 23-yard line. Goes KJ Hamler. Penn State will begin up 7-3 here in the second quarter.
All right. Quality time by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
That feels like home. Go to me. Might not be a diamond, but it shines for me. It all feels like home. Go to me. And I spend time.
The all-new Versa, the most tech-advanced car in class. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker's the stone. On the ball. And pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. This is our team. You know?
When you retire, will you act or feel different? Or will you just be you, without the constraints of
Indiana with some trickery. Guy wide open to the 30. Can he get in the end zone? Touchdown Hoosiers. Bubble screen near side to the wide receiver. And then a pass to a wide open tight end just past the 30-yard line. And he walks in the end zone for a Indiana touchdown. Buckeyes still lead over Indiana, though, by a large margin. Some images of Penn State football with running backs John Cappelletti and Franco Harris, along with Tony Dorsett and Curtis Martin from Pitt. Dorsett actually the honorary captain for Pitt today. Saquon Barkley as well. Franco Harris in attendance. There's Jack Ham. Calls radio for Penn State. There's Tony Dorsett on the sideline for Pitt. Clifford in shotgun. Journey Brown to his left.
3 years I played, there were 13 first-round draft picks.
Pump fake over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Friarmuth 87.
You know, you mentioned that Penn State has not had the ball, not had that many plays, but a couple explosive plays. Same thing happened last week. You know, they only ran 20 plays in the first half against Buffalo, only 82 yards. And but they kind of took over the game in the third quarter. You know, I think both defenses have played solid. You know, they've given up, each defense has given up a couple of big plays, but for the most part, they've been pretty fundamentally sound.
25 points and 46 total sacks.
Clifford hands off. Journey Brown, gain of 2. Timeout for an injury.
It's actually middle linebacker Elias Reynolds who's down.
And They will go to commercial with 6:08 to play in the first half. Enough with these damn commercial breaks, too. The game's already been delayed for 40 minutes.
Which laptop lasts longer?
Should be at halftime right now, but
And which one's faster?
oh well.
Really? Amazing. Which one has a better touch screen?
Surface has better touchscreen because it actually has a touchscreen.
Oh, right. Macs don't have touch screens.
You should get a Surface. Trust me, I'm not good.
Well, there you have it. MacBook says get a Surface.
Looking smooth.
Feed the whole team with Hampton by Hilton's newly reimagined free hot drink. Game face on. Like it.
Mr. Davis?
Hampton by Hilton. College football stays here.
That's what you're wearing for your first day? You have a lot to learn about living in the house. Like what? Always put your eyes above any silly college rivalry. Play Alabama's fight song. Play Auburn's fight song. Tebow never loses his cool.
What's this guy, flunk? Come on, move it!
And remember, the rookie always gets the bags from the sushi.
Now doing the same thing over and over again can get you a different result. You can raise your credit scores instantly, only with Experian Boost. Free at Experian.com/boost.
Okay, I picked out my dream car. Now's the really fun part. Choosing the color, the wheels, the interior, everything exactly how I want it. Here's the thing. Just because I configured this car online doesn't mean it really exists at a dealership. But with TrueCar, I get real pricing on actual cars.
Ohio State and Indiana head to halftime with the Buckeyes on top. Almost halftime with Penn State and Pitt.
This is TrueCar.
We've had 10 million commercial breaks in the past half hour. 30-10, Ohio State leads. Penn State student section, 21,000 plus strong. Third and 9. Trips near side. And another hard count. Pass completed the 30, but then dropped by Jahan Dotson. Incomplete. Penn State will punt. Ball will bounce at the 34 and then roll to the 22. That's where Pitt will begin their next drive. About a 3-yard run for Pitt on 1st and 10. Shakatoni on the stop. Pickett looking to throw. Going to be close at the sticks. Pickett looking to throw. Incomplete, flag on the play.
Defensive holding, number 29. 10-yard penalty.
Hold on John Reed, automatic first down for Pitt. Good call. That's a good call. You got to call it both ways. That's a good defensive holding call. First and 10. Delayed run before Parsons brings them down. 2nd and 3. Second 2 officially from the 42. Pickett and shotgun once again. So far here in the first half, it's been a tale of 2 quarters. Penn State sort of owned the first quarter, along with some wild plays after a crazy start. Here in the second quarter, Pitt has taken control. First down pass. Panthers still trail by 4, 7-3 as we inch closer towards the end of the first half.
For Kenny Pickett to survey the field and come to the other side and make the throw. The running backs in the Virginia game, they got picked on. That was the true freshman Vincent Davis doing a much better job protecting his quarterback.
First and 10, Pickett looking to throw. Has a man at the 30, first down, Panthers. Trips to the top of your screen. Pickett looking that way, has a man inside the 10 of the 5 before Taylor pushes him out of bounds at the 3. First and goal, Pitt as they enter the red zone. Beautiful pass from Kenny Pickett. First and goal. 2:22 to play before halftime. Pickett rolls out near side. Looking, incomplete. handoff. Touchdown, Pitt. Extra point up and good. Pitt now leads Penn State 10-7 with 2 minutes to play before halftime. Remember last week, Penn State was down to Buffalo 10-7 at half. 2 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes of the second half, and then Penn State rolled. Coming up at halftime, I'll have stats of the first half, also scores from other games, so stay tuned. Like, follow, and subscribe, Gridiron Ring, and myself, Cooley Luke 96 on social media.
Skechers slip-ons, air-cooled memory foam. The super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football. Sure, a TV this big makes kids look giant. QLED TV. Game shows look like an even bigger deal. And medical dramas look larger than life. The super big Samsung QLED TV is made for football. Louis, you've been craving Wingstop's flavor for way too long now. It's so good to be back. Where lemon and pepper get a buttery bath that never felt zesty. Where freshly made just for you chicken learns to fly. Where 11 flavors each go to 11. It's like the first time every time. Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Tell him, please. Don't worry, my Dutch is okay. Just okay. Deze man is heel super. Tell him we need this merger. En hij heeft een knuffel nodig. It's happening.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest test. Now with 5G evolution, the first step to 5G. More for your phone. That's okay.
Wherever you are, whatever you're craving, and whenever you're craving it, DoorDash has the restaurants you want delivered to your door, wherever your door happens to be. Download DoorDash and most restaurants across America. First order $0 delivery fee.
It all feels like gold to me. Might not be a diamond, but it shines for me. It all feels like gold to me.
The all-new Versa, the most tech-advanced car in its class. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility.
Aflac trivia question. This is the 100th meeting between Pitt and Penn State. Which two FBS schools have played each other the most? Probably Alabama, Auburn, Michigan, Ohio State, Harvard, Yale. Minnesota and Wisconsin, 118 times. Things starting to get a little chippy. KJ Hamler goes down on the kickoff. Pitt after the play with some extracurriculars. Use that as momentum. Move the ball downfield and score before halftime. You get the ball to start the second half as well. Let's go. We are. 1st and 10 for Penn State at the 13-yard line. Down 10-7, 2:04 to play before halftime. All 3 timeouts for the Nittany Lions. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for number 12, Mac Hippenhammer, the two-sport athlete. And Happy Valley also plays baseball. Hamler now coming back in the ball game. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Clifford looks one way, now trying to run for it, gets a yard. 3rd and 9. Timeout Penn State maybe. Timeout Pitt. Pitt calls their second timeout. Trips near side with Shorter, Dotson, and Hamler. Clifford over the middle. Complete. Ricky Slade out of the backfield. Midfield. First down, Penn State at the 45. Clifford fakes the give. Going for it all deep down the far sideline. Incomplete. Intended for Jahan Dotson. The ref actually slips and falls on the sideline. Field conditions not that great due to the rain. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete home run ball. 10-7 Pitt leads Penn State. Trips to your top now. Clifford looking to throw. Over the middle. Incomplete. Down for Mac Hippenhammer once again. And another drop. You got to catch that. Third and 10. Pass complete. KJ Hamler. Gain of 8, maybe 9. Still going to be short of first down marker. Going to be 4th and 1. And Penn State will probably let the game clock go down. Penn State offense standing on the field at the 36-yard line, 4th and 1. Don't hike it. Don't snap the ball. God damn it. Hand off. All right, first down. Keep the chains moving. Call one of your 3 timeouts, for God's sakes. There's 47 seconds left now in the first half. They go hurry up, get the first down, even though they probably should have let the play clock wind down and then call a timeout and punt. 1st and 10 from the 33 now. Clifford looking to throw. Incomplete in the back corner of the end zone, intended for Justin Shorter. Things getting chippy with Pitt and Penn State. What the hell is that after the play? That's a... Oh my God. You can't do that. You can't push and shove somebody after the play is over. That's a penalty, for God's sakes. Call it. Plus, the refs are literally right there with them. No flag call. 2nd and 10. Dump off near side. Ricky Slade, gain of 3. Penn State will call their first timeout. 26 seconds to play before halftime.
That much in the first couple of games. Yeah, but they answered with 2 long drives.
Yeah, very impressive drive, and now we've got an impressive answer by Penn State, who is pretty much neutralized other than a couple big plays in the first half. They have a chance if they score to not only take the lead, they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter, so a chance to really swing the momentum of the game right here for Penn State.
Not the way that Clifford envisioned this first half going. His counterpart, a rough start.
We are Penn State.
First half, and Sean Clifford starting to make a couple plays in this part of the first half.
Third down from the 31. Trips to your top. Penn State going right to left. Clifford going to get sacked. Flip the clock, go down, call timeout, kick a field goal if you can. Ball back to the 40-yard line, be a very, very long field goal. Penn State going to call a timeout. You might as well kick it. I'm Pitt, though. I'm putting someone back deep in the end zone, potentially for a miss, and then get a return heading into halftime. Pitt with 3 sacks on the lines here in the first half. 3-point lead as well for Pitt, 10-7. And Jordan Stout, number 98, Virginia Tech transfer kicker, on to attempt a very long field goal. A 57-yard field goal attempt for Penn State to potentially tie it up going into halftime. Pitt does have somebody back deep to receive. Kick is up and good. 10-10 tie ball game heading into halftime with Pitt and Penn State. What a kick from Stout. Penn State with momentum now. Heading into the second half, they will receive the second half kickoff as well. Stout now with a new Penn State record of a 57-yard field goal attempt, now the longest in school history. Hell yeah. squib kick. 1 second left, squib it, going to halftime, tied at 10. Pitt has Penn State right where they want them at, though. Pitt, I knew they'd come to play. I said it all week. Very close game here early on with the Panthers and Nittany Lions as we'll head to halftime. I'll have stats and scores of other games. Crowd just electric.
11 plays, 48 yards. Penn State doesn't get a shot at answer.
Just squib it. You could kick it deep just to keep the touchbacks for Stout perfect on the year. And they do kick it deep. Pitt's going to have to take a knee at the 25. Hell, they have 1 second, 1 timeout. Why not go deep with it? And Pitt's just going to take a knee heading into halftime. Tie ball game, 10-10 between the Pitt Panthers and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Penn State will receive the second half kick. Narduzzi interview with Holly Rowe. See what he has to say. Narduzzi with it's only going to get better. 10-10, close ball game at halftime. 16-point favorite, Penn State Nittany Lions with momentum heading into the second half. Like I said, I knew it was going to be close, closer than what everybody would think. Everybody was probably thinking Penn State's going to blow them out. Well, here at halftime, it is 10-10. Kenny Pickett throwing for Pitt is 18 of 23, 183 yards passing. He also has 4 rushes for 18 yards leading the way in the backfield for the Pitt Panthers. A.J. Davis, 4 catches, 62 yards. Trey Tipton, 2 of 28. Penn State, Sean Clifford. Sean Clifford, the big red dog, is 6 of 16, 131 yards passing. Journey Brown leads the way with 4 carries, 91 yards. However, one of those runs was for about 80. Devin Ford, 2 of 4. Ricky Slade, 2 of 2. Journey Brown with his breakout game at running back for Penn State here early on in the first half. KJ Hamler, 2 catches, 62 yards. Ricky Slade, 2 catches, 42 yards. Pat Fryermuth, 1 of 16. And Justin Shorter, 1 of 11. Both kickers 1 for 1 on extra points and 1 for 1 on field goals. Tie ball game between Pitt and Penn State at halftime, 10-10. With Pitt scoring all 10 points in the second quarter. Penn State was 7 in the first, 3 in the second, heading into halftime. Crazy start to the game, obviously, with the weather delay. Penn State moves the ball, or Pitt, moves the ball downfield on their opening drive, has to punt. Penn State moves the ball downfield on their opening drive. They have to punt. Pitt gets the ball back, drives downfield, drive stalls, they punt. Penn State 2 plays later, 80 yards for Journey Brown. Very next play, interception, but due to a defensive holding, automatic first down for the Nittany Lions. Penn State punches in with Devin Ford a couple plays later, leading to a 7-0 early lead for Penn State. They'll go over highlights here coming up next during the halftime report with Pitt and Penn State. Maryland and Temple from the link in Philadelphia between the Terps and the Owls. Penn State plays at Maryland in less than 2 weeks now on a Friday night in College Park. 7-0 Temple, and then a safety for Maryland on a punt. Then a field goal from the Terrapins, a fake field goal. Temple stops them. Beginning of the second half, Temple leads Maryland 7-2. Maryland with 79 week 1 and 63 last week. 2 total points in the first half this week. Furman and Virginia Tech. Furman with an early touchdown. 7-3 over the Hokies. Virginia Tech with an INT. Furman putting more points on the board. A 15-yard touchdown run from the quarterback. Furman on the road at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg on top of Virginia Tech. The Citadel over, well, actually, 17-14, Virginia Tech leads Furman. Okay. Citadel, Georgia Tech. Citadel are running the triple option against the Yellow Jackets. And looks like a tie ball game. Actually, Tech missed the extra point. Citadel scored once again. Citadel on top of Georgia Tech at halftime, 14-6. Kansas defeated Boston College last night after putting up 48 on the Golden Eagles. Les Miles with a huge win in his first year. And Lawrence, Ohio State, Indiana highlights. They just started the second half in Bloomington. 37-10, Buckeyes lead the Hoosiers. But it was 7-0 Penn State. Pitt gets the ball. A couple long drives from the Panthers to then put up 10 points in the second quarter. And then a field goal to close out the first half. 10-10 tie ball game with Pitt and Penn State in the 100th overall meeting between the two schools. Also in college football, last night, Wake Forest defeated North Carolina at home. Kansas won on the road, defeated Boston College. And then Washington State defeated Houston 31-24. Georgia up 41-0 on Arkansas State. Ohio State, Indiana 37-10. 7-2 Temple over Maryland. Arkansas State, Georgia highlights now. And in the top 25, that is it. All the other games have not kicked off yet, either 2:30 or later. Notre Dame hosts New Mexico. Alabama plays at South Carolina. Iowa State at 4 o'clock, along with coming up next on ABC, USC at BYU from Provo, Utah. Tennessee, 0-2 for the first time since 1988. However, they're defeating Chattanooga 45-0 middle of the third quarter. Kansas State and Mississippi State. Bill Snyder no longer the coach in Manhattan. Joe Moorhead, former Penn State offensive coordinator in his second year at Hale State. 10-7. $16-7 now, Kansas State on top. There's Tommy Stevens, the Penn State transfer quarterback. Beautiful touchdown pass over the middle. 17-14, K-State leads Mississippi State. NC State, West Virginia. Game was canceled last year due to a hurricane. West Virginia 1-1, defeated JMU week 1, lost on the road last week to Missouri. They come back home to host the Wolfpack of NC State in Motown. Austin Kendall, Oklahoma transfer quarterback for the Mountaineers now. Close game on FS1, 14-14, and then some trickery from the Wolfpack. 24-21 though, 10 minutes to play in the third. Mountaineers lead NC State. Clemson at Syracuse later on tonight at 7:30.
My, how the tables have turned.
What tables?
Well, you have 2 agents now. I have 2 clients. You've met my new homie, Patrick Mahomes.
We're friends. Is that why we're here?
Well, that's why I brought you here. I don't know why he's here.
Well, Aaron takes his favorite agent everywhere.
Well played, Steve.
So halftime with Pitt and Penn State, 10-10 tie ball game. However, Ohio State, Indiana on as well, 37-10. Buckeyes lead the Hoosiers. Middle of the third quarter. 4th and 7 on the way though for Indiana. So Ohio State will be getting the ball back. Week 1, they came out guns a-blazing in the first half. And then in the second half, cooled down, still won over Florida Atlantic. Then last week, at home over Cincinnati, Ohio State put up 42 and blanked the Bearcats from the shoe. Now they go on the road to Indiana, a place they've had trouble at as of late. However, this time around, up 37-10, and it doesn't look like much of a game. So I'm going to check out and see what other games are on. If I could watch NC State, West Virginia, maybe I'll turn that on. NC State at West Virginia on Fox Sports 1 from Milan Puskar Stadium in Morgantown, West Virginia. Commercial break, so we'll get back to the action here coming up shortly. It was 24-21 Mountaineers over the Wolfpack. Temple, Maryland. Good low-scoring game in the second half as well. 7-2 there, as mentioned. Might turn on Kansas State and Mississippi State. Colorado Air Force. Falcons and the Buffs. 13-10, middle of the second. Air Force with a touchdown. Air Force on top, 20-10. Looking good for myself. I picked the Falcons. 24-21, West Virginia leads NC State. West Virginia kicks off. NC State out of the ACC playing West Virginia out of the Big 12. Wolfpack going left to right across your television screen. Football will continue all day long. Headline, though, by Clemson, Syracuse this evening. 7:30 on ABC. 2 years ago, Clemson went on the road to Syracuse and lost. Last year, Syracuse went on the road to Death Valley, almost defeated the eventual national champion Clemson Tigers. However, came up just short. Clemson big win over Texas A&M last week at home, 24-10. Syracuse got blown out last week against Maryland, who's down to Temple right now. Alabama, South Carolina also today, along with Stanford and Central Florida. 7 o'clock on ESPN in the SEC East. Florida and Kentucky from Lexington, along with Iowa, Iowa State, USC, BYU, and Clemson, and Syracuse. Plus more football tomorrow with the NFL, Seahawks Steelers at 1 o'clock on Fox. I will be live right here on Periscope, live reactions, play-by-play. Be sure to tune in. Also, tomorrow night, WWE Clash of Champions. They will head to Charlotte, North Carolina for Clash of Champions, where all championships will be defended in the WWE Hell in a Cell a couple weeks later from Sacramento. Still at halftime with Pitt Penn State, incomplete pass for NC State against West Virginia. But then also tomorrow night, in the meantime, at the same time, alongside WWE Clash of Champions, it'll be Eagles-Falcons Sunday Night Football. Monday Night Football this week, Browns, Jets, Darnold out of the game with mono. Trevor Siemian will start for Gang Green. Browns will win that game easily now, I do believe. I still pick the Browns in my predictions, but with Darnold out, I don't even think it's going to be close now. Cleveland will bounce back after losing to the Tennessee Titans by 30 week 1. So tomorrow, Steelers hosting the Seahawks, WWE Clash of Champions, along with Sunday Night Football, live reactions, play-by-play, right here on Periscope. Be sure to tune in. Next weekend, don't know the schedule yet. Penn State, I know, is off, so no live reactions of Penn State or college football in general next weekend. However, the Steelers play the 49ers next Sunday. However, I don't know the schedule for the rest of the NFL because I haven't made my NFL Week 3 predictions yet. Haven't looked that far ahead. I know it's next week, but I still haven't looked that far ahead, so I haven't made my mind what NFL game I will be doing live reactions, play-by-play of next week, if I even do live reactions, play-by-play next week of the NFL. I might take the week off. Who knows? Like, follow, and subscribe on social media to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cohen Luke 96. That's how you'll be able to find out. NFL Primetime coming back with Boomer and Tom Jackson on ESPN Plus Sunday nights at 7:30. NFL Primetime still on. It is on Monday afternoons on ESPN after the lunchtime Sports Center. But Boomer and Tom Jackson, that's NFL Primetime. Maryland Temple update. And it looks like Maryland scored. 4th and 1. Maryland scores a touchdown. 9-7 now the Terps lead. The Temple Owls. Maryland and Penn State both off next week before they play each other 2 weeks from last night. A little less than 2 weeks now on a Friday night from College Park. 10-10 though. Pitt Penn State at halftime. Second half coming up next.
This box and a chance to get your game on with Todd Gurley. Kingman, one of millions of prizes you could win from Pizza Hut when you play by Hut Win. You can't have football without the Hut.
That touchdown. How do you do it? People say talent runs in the family. Really? That's what I've heard. Who let my brother do? Or is it because we feed you chunky soup? Campbell's Chunky, packed with heart and meaty veggies. I'll take the next question. Soup that eats like a man.
They're ranked 13th because a couple teams last week lost in front of them. Week 1, though, did Oregon really look like a top 15 team as well against Auburn? They lost a game-winning touchdown pass against Bo Nix, but then last week, did Auburn even look like a top 25 team? They barely beat Tulane at home after defeating Oregon. Preseason rankings, I mean, they really don't mean much. You just, you know, I don't know if they should. They're going to continue to do preseason rankings regardless. You know, it's just basically based on how teams from the year before played and what they have coming back or new players. You know, looking ahead to the next season. Obviously, Penn State ranked 13th. They were ranked 13th when they played Pitt on the road last year, and they blew them out 51-6. Game at halftime with the Panthers and the Nittany Lions last year as well was 13-6 Penn State, and then the second half Penn State blew them out. A little like last week as well, Penn State was down 10-7 to Buffalo, and then they won 45-13. Now today, 10-10 tie ball game. We'll see what happens in the second half. Still got 30 more minutes to play. But, I mean, look at Alabama. You know, it's just not Penn State. How are they ranked 13th? They look shitty. Yeah, a lot of teams start out slow, and then, you know, in the second half, blow their opponent away, or it's vice versa. They'll start out good, and then in the second half they'll slow down. Talking about Ohio State week 1 against Florida Atlantic, they started out guns a-blazing against Florida Atlantic, against Lane Kiffin and company. Second half, Florida Atlantic almost came back and beat them. But then last week, 42-0 victory for OSU over Cincinnati. Buckeyes on top of Indiana on the road today. Currently watching NC State, West Virginia now after I was watching Ohio State, Indiana. But that game's a blowout. This game's closer. 10-10, start of the third quarter now with Pitt and Penn State. But Alabama against Duke week 1, first half. It was 14-3. And then in the second half, Alabama ended up winning 42-10 or whatever the hell the score was. So, tale of two halves sometimes. You know, it's not one at the end of the first half at halftime. It's a 60-minute game. Yeah, okay. Pitt in the second quarter, though, had 2 long drives, and Penn State barely had the ball, so that's why both teams only have 10 points to start the second half now. Pitt kicks off left to right. Penn State going from the south to the north end zone. Return it to the 22, and that's where Sean Clifford, the big red dog, will begin for Penn State. In the second half, there's Todd Blackledge and Chris Fowler. So hopefully that answers that. That's sort of my opinion on it. Just off the top of my head, I mean, I've never really thought about what I just said, but hopefully that answers your question. 1st and 10 from the 21 officially for Penn State to begin the second half. Handoff, Journey Brown. Out to the 27. 6-yard gain.
The story of the game so far is their quarterback is comfortable in their pocket, and our quarterbacks get hit too often. That's the story of the game. It shows up on
Pass near side. KJ Hamler first down out to the 32. James Franklin halftime with Holly Rowe saying Pickett has basically all the time to throw, and then Clifford's getting hit every play. So Penn State's got to be able to block better for Clifford and then get after Kenny Pickett. We'll see what happens here in the second half. Clifford fakes a give. Going down the far sideline. Incomplete. Intended for Dawson, number 5. Former UCLA commit, decommitted once Chip Kelly got the job. You have to block. You can't block, you can't run the ball, then you can't throw. You can't get after the opposing quarterback. He's going to pick you apart. Look at the Patriots-Steelers game last weekend. The Steelers could not get after Tom Brady. He had 340 yards with 3 touchdowns. Picked them apart left and right. Patriots won by 30, 33-3. Trips to your top. Handoff, Journey Brown. Gain of 2. 3rd down on the way for the Nittany Lions. Tie ball game, 10-10 here early in the second half. Clifford steps up in the pocket, looking to throw, gets drilled, has a man, complete, inside the 25, first down, Nittany Lions. What a throw, what a catch. That was complete to number 88, Dan Chisna, who was awarded a scholarship back in the spring during the blue-white game. That is a catch. That ball never hit the turf. However, they are reviewing the previous play on the field. Rolling on the field is a completed pass from Sean Clifford to Chisna. And that's close. That ball never touched the ground, though, it looked like. As long as he still maintained control as he went to the ground, it should be a catch. As I said, the call play on the field is a completed pass and catch, so they have to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. Rolling on the field is a completed pass. If it's incomplete, it's fourth down for Penn State. They will punt. Pass is incomplete after review. Call is reversed. Fourth down for Penn State. They will punt. Pitt will get the ball back with 13:01 to play in the third quarter. Fair catch at the 18. That's where Pitt will start. Man in motion, handoff. Parsons on the tackle. Screen pass. Penn State wraps him up at the line of scrimmage. Micah Parsons once again. Fans on their feet for this third down and long for Pitt. Inside their own 20. Pitt 2 of 7 so far on third down today. Penn State bringing the blitz. Pass over the middle, incomplete. No flag on the play. Then they throw a flag. What the hell? That's 10 minutes too late. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That is a horseshit call. Oh my. You have to be kidding me. Oh my God. First and 10. Corner blitz, incomplete near sideline. Garrett Taylor on the coverage. Second and 10. That's a hold. One yard passing catch. Third and 9. Parsons on the blitz, incomplete, as Pickett does in fact get it off. Fourth down, Pitt will punt. Castro Fields on the coverage. KJ Hamler is back deep to receive. And punt up and away. Hamler, fair catch at the 12.
Simple, smart cashback choices. With Quicksilver from Capital One, you're earning unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Like on that new laptop, Quicksilver keeps things simple, Gary, and smart, like you. And I like that. I guess I am pretty smart. Don't let that go to your head, Gary. What's in your wallet? On a nurturing Fansville by Dr. Pepper. Do you know what time it is?
It is 7 p.m.
We crushed Tech by 40. You should be out there celebrating.
Let me smell your breath. Not a trace of Dr. Pepper.
Look what you're doing.
Kansas State, Mississippi State on ESPN.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Trigger.
Get that game pulled up here very shortly. And from Hail State U, the Bulldogs are on top of the Wildcats 21-17. Tommy Stevens, former Penn State quarterback, transferred. Not in the ball game right now. He must have went out with an injury. He got hurt last week. Played in the first half today. And now almost a turnover by MSU. There's Moorhead. Bulldog head coach. I picked Mississippi State in this because obviously dogs are better than cats.
Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese.
Mississippi State won last year on the road.
Cheesy top layer. Had a flavor. It would be.
It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Passionate about it.
I'm a tailgater, tailgating to get to my tailgate. Now, it might not get me there any faster, but hey, it gets me ready for football. Let's tailgate.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line for Mississippi State. Pass over the middle, complete. Hear anything in the background? Just some dogs barking. Don't get worried. We're at a commercial break with Pitt and Penn State. 10-10 ball game with the Panthers and Nittany Lions. And the Connors plus the Goldbergs will be coming back on ABC, along with the final season of Modern Family. So Penn State, Pitt, 10-10 in the third. Pitt will have the ball when we return. Highlight, though, from Maryland Temple. Terps up 9-7, but then Temple with a very, very long touchdown pass. Owls on top of Maryland, 14-9. Penn State, with the ball from the 12-yard line after the Pitt punt. 1st and 10 from the 12. Handoff to, that is Noah Kane, number 21, the true freshman from Orlando, Florida, played at IMG Academy. Big win for them last night over St. Joe's Prep out of Philadelphia. 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard run. Shotgun for Clifford once again, 4 wide. 10-10, 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Clifford fakes the give and pass complete. Dotson out past the 20 to the 24, first down, Nittany Lions. I'll turn West Virginia, NC State back on. That game seemed more intriguing than Kansas State, Mississippi State at the moment. However, obviously my main attention is towards Pitt and Penn State. From the 24, 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line, as mentioned. Handoff Noah Kane out to the 27-yard line. Second and 7. Screen pass, Noah Kane out past the 35. First down, Nittany Lions.
So far in this possession here by Sean Clifford.
Clifford, quarterback keeper, actually, oh my, had a guy open over the middle, incomplete, underthrew KJ Hamler. You got to hit that. Clifford looking to throw once again. Pass complete, Dotson. First down out past midfield. Handoff, Kane once again. Gain of 9, maybe 10. Might be enough for a first down. Second and 1 officially. Handoff, Noah Kane, first down to the 32 before getting pushed the whole way to the 30. First down, Nittany Lions. Penn State moving the ball downfield. First and 10 officially at the 31. Clifford fakes a give over the middle. Beautiful touch pass. Incomplete, almost intercepted. Intended for KJ Hamlin. They have not gone to the tight end at all in the second half with Fryermuth or Bowers. Fryermuth and Hamler both in the area, but that was intended for Hamler, it looked like. You need to go to the tight end more, and you got to get the run game established here in the second half. Play good defense. Get a win. Clifford, quarterback keeper. Gain of 5 on 2nd and 10. Penn State and Pitt, some trash talking going on. Clifford almost gets sacked, has a man wide open at the 20-yard line. First down, Nittany Lions. That's number 81, Cam Sullivan Brown. Got a whistle. And we're going to have a timeout by Pitt. 6:17 to play in the third. Still tied at 10. West Virginia leads NC State. They need to bring back the backyard brawl with WVU and Pitt. And then actually Penn State's going to be playing West Virginia here in a couple years as well. Penn State non-conference next year, they open with Nevada and then play at Virginia Tech. Originally in 2021, Virginia Tech was supposed to come to Happy Valley. However, that got pushed to 2025 due to Penn State playing Auburn home and home in 2021 and 2022. And then in 2023 and 2024, home and home Penn State and West Virginia. NC State looking to throw over the middle, incomplete. TV timeout after the Pitt timeout with 6:17 to play in the third. 10-10 tie ball game with the Panthers and the Nitwits from Happy Valley. Field goal up and good by NC State. Now only down 31-27 to the Mountaineers.
Good bands without dancing, I'm just okay. Get it more than just okay along your plane. With Spotify Premium included on America's Best Network. Only from AT&T. More for your thing. That's our
Ohio State with now 50 plus on Indiana. Notre Dame, New Mexico underway as well from South Bend. That is on NBC. WWE Friday Night SmackDown coming to Fox on Friday, October the 4th. Auburn, Kent State. They play later on tonight, along with Florida and Kentucky. There's Jack Ham, great Penn State and Steeler linebacker Mike Ditka at Pitt, LeVar Leap Arrington, Penn State, Dan Marino, the best quarterback in NFL history to never win a Super Bowl, also played at Pitt. There's the Pitt cheerleaders. Bump, bump, bump. Penn State with some Sweet Caroline. Eat shit, Pitt. 1st and 10 from the 17. Handoff, Noah Kane. And a 3-yard gain for Kane. Devin Ford with the only touchdown for Penn State this afternoon. Noah Candy Kane in the end zone, though, for another Penn State touchdown. 16-10, Nittany Lions lead. Five State, Stratgate and win. Victory we predict for me. Forever true, we will line. On State, roll Lions, roll. We'll hit that line, roll up the score, fight on the victory evermore. Fight on, fight on, Penn State. Jake Pinniger's extra point, up and good, 17-10 now. 5:50 to play in the third quarter. Penn State, four wide to the top of your screen for West Virginia. Now 2 of them in motion. There's your running back room with Ricky Slade, number 3, Journey Brown, number 4, Noah Kane, 21, and Devin Ford, 28. If they could go 4 horseman backfield all season long, that would be awesome. However, I don't see all 4 playing all year long due to Ford and Kane both being true freshmen. You can play in up to 4 games and still redshirt now. Yes, I get that. But for the future, I know Slade's only a true sophomore. Journey Brown as well. You play one of the 2 with Kane and Ford all season long and then have the other redshirt. In my opinion, Kane's just a little bit better, but then at the same time, Devin Ford, he can break a run and go 100 yards to the house. So, Stat will kick off. Penn State on top once again, 17-10. Another touchback. Pitt will begin at the 25-yard line. Little end around for Pitt, gain of 8. Beaver Stadium getting louder and louder as the game progresses. Second and 1. Penn State with 144 rushing yards compared to Pitt's 38. Brent Fry, the DC for PSU. Be sure to share this on social media. Hashtag Pitt versus PSU. We are Penn State. Pass complete for 2. Micah Parsons with the stop. Another field goal by NC State. West Virginia still leads. 2nd and 7. Pickett looking to throw. Being chased down in the backfield, brought down by number 36, Jan Johnson. Third and 12 for Pitt from the 34. Pistol. Pickett looking to throw once again. Going to be brought down. Fumble. Actually shuffles it. Was he down, though? Pitt's still going to be short of the line to gain 4th down. See a replay of that. I think they're going to look at it. He's down. He's down before he got rid of it. Knee is down, body's down right there, and then he threw it. He's down. It's going to be like 4th and 8 instead of like 4th and 3. Actually, they're not even reviewing it. It's 4th and 4. Pitt with a decision to make here. Do they go for it, or are they going to punt? Pitt going to punt. More whistles. And now they're going to look at it. Now they're going to review it. Come on. What the hell? You waste all that time for nothing. He's down right there. Ball's still in his hands. That is going to get reversed as well. Jump on it.
Yes.
Our last slide there about co-signing agreements. I know we hadn't actually made a That's nice.
By Jersey Mike's. Via sub above.
Hi, do you have a travel card? Yep, our miles card. Earn unlimited 1.5 miles and we'll match it at the end of your first year.
Nice. I'm thinking about a scuba diving trip.
Or not. You okay? Yeah, no, I'm good.
Earn miles. We'll match them at the end of your first year.
I have no service. Let's just ask someone. Excuse me, sir? Can you tell us the best way to get to Nashville?
Nashville. Well, that's easy. Take her right up there. You'll see a store. Go in there and buy yourself a 5-hour energy. You can be on your way to Nashville.
5-hour energy wants to send you to Nashville. Go backstage at the Opry, see the Country Music Hall of Fame Museum, and meet Dirk Bentley. Just buy any 5-hour energy product, snap a picture of your receipt, and send it in. You could be just a 5-hour energy away from Music City.
These at home with Baker Mayfield commercials are hilarious. There he is out cutting the grass at First Energy Bank Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. A man should cut his own lawn, and you're damn right he should. Baker Mayfield with a push mower cutting 120 yards of green grass. Progressive.
Whatever you're craving, DoorDash has the most restaurants across America. Delivered to your door. Whatever your door has.
A little country roads take me home.
First order 0-hour delivery.
West Virginia on top of NC State.
By Jersey Mike's. Via sub above. Drop everything.
after review, it's going to be 4th and long. Pickett was down. Pitt will still be forced to punt. Fair catch at the 30 by KJ Hamlin. That's where Penn State will begin their next drive. Handoff, Journey Brown, gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Man in motion out of the backfield. Pass near side to him. That is Journey Brown, first down. Out past the 40. Good block by Penn State to get Brown to the edge to get the first down and then some. Freiermuth 87 on that block. Man in motion once again. It's Ricky Slade this time. Clifford looking to throw. Deep down the middle, overthrows his intended target, KJ Hamlin. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's going to take a perfect throw to beat him, but I like the challenge. I really do. Even though Sean Clifford's numbers are not what he wants them to be, 12 and 27, you've got to take those kind of shots. You have to make this defense that likes to squeeze the line of scrimmage. Respect the defense.
Handoff, Ricky Slade. 3, maybe 4 yards on the 2nd down run. Handoff once again on 3rd and 7. I don't know why you were running on 3rd and 7, but Pitt stuffs them at the line of scrimmage. And Penn State will punt. Blake Gillikin on to try to pin Pitt deep inside their 10-yard line. High snap, punt up and away though. Under a minute to play in the 3rd. Pitt fields it at the 10, and that's where Penn State wraps them up. 17-10 lead for the Nittany Lions as we near the end of the 3rd quarter. We will rock you. Pickett going to be under center. 1st and 10 from the 11. Man in motion. Handoff. Penn State with the stop. Shane Simmons, 34. And Fred Hansard, 53 on the stop. Pump fake. Penn State with pressure. Big hit from Tariq Castro Fields inside the 10-yard line. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 3rd and long to begin the 4th for Pitt. Down 7, 17-10. Penn State with huge momentum going into the 4th and final quarter of play in what could potentially be the final meeting ever between Pitt and Penn State in the 100th overall meeting this afternoon from Beaver Stadium in Happy Valley. 17-10 at the end of 3. Touchdown, West Virginia, Austin Kendall. Short slant over the middle. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They are now up on NC State by a score of 37-27, pending the extra point. Extra point up and good. Make that 38-27 now. Mountaineers lead the Wolfpack.
From the producers of Black, do you think those clothes are appropriate for this office? You don't think so? I wouldn't go into your sweat lodge and put on deodorant. Comes in his shelf of water, comedy. You compromise our values for anyone.
Mom, are you wearing a bra?
Next edition premieres Tuesday, September 24th on ABC.
I think she looks fresh.
In 45 years, a lot of things have changed. The reliable, dependable, and the affordable F-150 hasn't. And the only dealership that has delivered the Ford F-150 for over 45 years with unsurpassed customer service is Courtesy Ford. Check out all the new Ford F-150s today at Courtesy Ford in Altoona and browse our selection 24/7 at courtesyaltoona.net.
All month long at Lowell Hyundai. Whatever you do, don't miss this one.
Going to be 3rd and 11 for Pitt to begin the 4th and final quarter of play in this ball game and potentially the rivalry. Screen pass, out past the 20, first down, as it looks like the sun has indeed come out over in State College after a 40-minute weather delay at the start of this game. A crazy start with that, plus, as previously mentioned, a lot of crazy plays in the first half. 10-10 at halftime, 17-10 to begin the 4th quarter. First down and 10 from the 33. Pickett looking to throw once again. Pump fakes. Has a man incomplete. 2nd and 10. Pickett hands off. Ellis Brooks up the middle. Brings them down. 4-yard loss. 3rd down. Literally right up the gut. Ellis Brooks with the tackle for loss. 3rd and 15 now. Pickett looking to throw. Complete. First down, Pitt once again. Garrett Taylor with the tackle. Pickett steps up in the pocket. Incomplete. Fourth and 10. Pitt, 2 timeouts left. 12:57 to play. Excuse me, it's 3rd down, not 4th down. 3rd down. Pitt not going for it just yet. It's 3rd down, not 4th down. Pass complete. And brought down around midfield. Now it's 3rd down. What the hell? It just said it was 3rd down. So that was 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd medium now. Okay. We're on track. Touchdown Kansas State in the meantime. 3rd and 5 for Pitt. Robert Windsor on the pressure. Pickett going to get about 3 yards before being brought down by Simmons, 34. It is now finally 4th down. Should like it was 4th down a couple plays back. 17-10. Penn State leads. It looks like Pitt will punt. Smart call. Watch for the fake, though. They're on the right side of the 50 now. 4th and 2. Only down 7. They have 2 timeouts. Watch for the fake punt. KJ Hamler back deep to receive. Pitt simply does the right thing and punts it away. Hamler fields it at the 10, gets to the 15 before being brought down.
It is 7 p.m. We crushed Tech by 40. You should be out there celebrating.
Where's my breath? You're the trace of Dr. Pepper.
Look what you're doing to her. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of fans name.
Kansas State with a lead on Mississippi State now after that touchdown, 31-24 in the 4th quarter. And then also West Virginia was on top of NC State. Ohio State still over Indiana. And Kansas State will kick off after the touchdown. I'll have final stats of this game plus scores of other games before we wrap at the end of this Pitt Penn State matchup this afternoon.
Financial advisor per office. We're built for hearing what's important to you. One-to-one. Edward Jones. It's time for investing to feel individual.
Update with Maryland and Temple. Temple leads. Late fourth quarter. Mississippi State with a handoff near side on 1st and 10. Gain of about 3 yards.
We make up in volume. The Conference premieres Tuesday, September 24th on ABC.
From the 15, 1st and 10, Nittany Lions. Handoff. That is Devin Ford, flag on the play. Maybe a hold. Probably a holding on Penn State. No foul for holding. 2nd down and 8 now coming up for Penn State. Clifford. Pass complete near side. Devin Ford. 1st down, Nittany Lions. Close to the 30. Studio update once again. Same highlight with Maryland and Temple from a moment ago. So it's 20-15 your score with Temple leading Maryland with 6.5 to play. BYU hosting USC. Coming up next on ABC. Clifford running for the 1st down, slides about a yard shy. Going to be 3rd and short. Clifford hands off. Devin Ford only going to get about a yard on 3rd and 2. And it's going to be 4th down. Penn State's going to punt and play defense. Under 10 minutes to play.
It's a field position game, and we have a touchdown lead. Play defense, be sound in the kicking game, and don't get beat by your offense.
Rugby punt from Blake Gillikin. And no, oh my God, you throw the flag now after the fumble. Of course you do. No fair catch was signaled for. He caught it, and then Penn State tackled him. And then I was about ready to say no kick-catch interference, but however, they throw the flag, and that's what that's going to be for with the fumble on the play. It looks like Penn State has it in the pile. But with the flag, it's going to be kick-catch interference, and Pitt's going to get the ball down 7. That was not kick-catch interference, though. He did not signal for a fair catch. He caught the ball. A split second later, he was tackled. Then the ref, the zebra, sees the ball out with a fumble, and then he throws the damn flag. Pitt has the ball. Kick-catch interference on Penn State, of course. Of course, but Pitt recovered it anyway. So, first down, Pitt. See? He caught it, and then he was tackled. Ball comes out, and then you throw the flag. Now. Just absolutely pathetic.
Are you ready, Dad?
Imagine if your life insurance could help you live for today and safeguard tomorrow, so you're ready for anything. Life insurance designed to protect generations of families. That's the power of Pacific. Ask a financial professional about Pacific Life.
Hulu has live sports. Hulu has live sports.
Who's paying you? What's your stuff? Y'all go along with this, and you're all getting jet skis.
Hulu has live sports.
Will Invisalign aligners really work for my smile? Is there a better alternative to braces?
Only Invisalign aligners use smart track technology. It moves teeth more comfortably and predictably, and in many cases, it works faster than braces.
Pickett near side, pass complete. That's a hold. Jesus Christ, call it. Second down. No gain on the play. Penn State bringing it. Pass complete though for Pitt. Gross Matos, missed tackle. Shakatoni with the stop. Pass over the middle, incomplete. 4th and 1. Why are you throwing on 3rd and 1 if you're Pitt? A simple rollout, but still, why are you throwing? Run something up the middle. That's a drop by the receiver. Hit him right in the chest. He dropped. Now Pitt will punt with 2 timeouts and 7.5 to play on 4th and 1. Watch the fake here. And we're going to have a whistle. Timeout Pitt. Now they only have 1 timeout remaining with 7:38 to play. Maybe they are having a change of heart and they're going to go for it. We'll have to find out and see.
Since I'm active duty and she's family, I was able to set my sister up with a sweet membership from the Navy Federal. Gee, hold it closer, much bigger.
Ain't you fair?
My big sis likes to make tiny food, and I'm okay with that.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Tell them we're flexible.
Don't worry, my Dutch is okay. Just okay. Deze man is erg super. Tell him we need this merger. En hij heeft een knuffel nodig. It's happening.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest test. Now with 5G evolution, the first step to 5G. More for your family. That's our thing.
What we can't see.
These elements are almost impossible to find, but we need to know where they are because they are threatened. Our camera traps allow us to have an eye in the mountains, taking thousands of pictures. Microsoft AI can view all these images, separate solar films from everything else, and 10 minutes instead of 10 days, it gives us time to do better research and name this threatened species.
I have no service. Let's just ask someone. Excuse me, sir? Can you tell us the best way to get to Nashville?
Nashville. Well, that's easy. Take it right up there and you'll see a store. Go in there and buy yourself a 5-hour energy. You can be on your way to Nashville.
5-Hour Energy wants to send you to Nashville. Go backstage at the Opry, see the Country Music Hall of Fame Museum, and meet Dirk's family. Just buy any 5-Hour Energy product, snap a picture of your receipt, and send it in. You can be just a 5-hour energy away from Music City. WBC.
We are Penn State. Pitt gonna go for it now on 4th and 1. From the 43, down 7 with 7.5 to play. Big play coming up right now. Pitt in the eye. Fake the give. Over the middle has the tight end. And Garrett Taylor, along with Donovan Johnson, bring the Panthers down. Beautiful play call by Mark Whipple, the offensive coordinator from Pitt. A simple play action pass, hit the tight end over the middle. And now a first down and 10 for Pitt at the 21-yard line. Kenny Pickett has 277 yards passing this afternoon. Screen, 2 yards, fumble on the play. Penn State says they have it. We got a nice camera, a ref POV view on Penn State had the ball, and then the refs give it to Pitt. All right, whatever. From the 20, 2nd and 9. Stanford, Central Florida coming up this afternoon today as well. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Flag on the play. Let's see what this is going to be for. Holding on the Pitt offense. 10-yard penalty. First down. That's a makeup for the recovered fumble by Penn State when they give it to Pitt. That's clearly a hold on the center, right in the middle. Good call. Ball at the 30-yard line now. Only 5 penalties total in this game. It seems like there's been 10,000 more. 6:24 to play. 2nd and 19. 17-10. Penn State leads. Pickett near side. Inside the 5-yard line. Has a man complete at the 2. And now the refs are going to huddle up and see if it was a catch or not. Rolling on the field is a catch. They're going to review it. Beautiful pass. And that's a catch. There's no doubt about that. There's the pylon cam. That's a catch. The ball never hit the ground. He controlled it as he went down and out of bounds. It's going to be Pitt ball, 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Johnson and Wade on the coverage. That's a catch. There's a timeout right now for an injured Penn State player, number 3, Donovan Johnson, holding his right shoulder. He walks off the field under his own power. It's going to be 1st and goal, Pitt. Pitt, 4th and 1. They're going to punt. Call a timeout. They go for it. Hit the tight end for a big gain. A couple plays later, they're inside the 5 at the 1. Looking to put points on the board. Down 17-10 to Penn State with 6:17 to play. If Pitt scores, the big question is, do they kick it or go for 2? Does Pat Narduzzi have big enough balls to do that or not? Pitt going to be in the eye. First and goal, 6 minutes to play. From the 1. Fake the give. Another play action. Missed tackle by Cam Brown. Pickett rolls out. Incomplete. Just throws it away. Undertaker is back. What's Pitt gonna do here? Pistol. 2 wide. Another back to his right. Handoff. No, Pickett actually keeps it himself and gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Big stop by the Penn State defense. 3rd and goal now from the 2. Under center, Pickett. Cam Brown brings him down. Incomplete. 4th and goal. Pitt 1 timeout. You kick it or you go for it. Down 7. Under 5 to play. Cam Brown right off the edge, unblocked. And had Pickett, as soon as he rolled out, brought down. But Pickett somehow got it away. Incomplete. And Pitt's going to kick a field goal. Watch for the fake, though. You can't get any closer than this. It's a 19-yard field goal attempt from the 1-yard line. Kick up. And no good. Doinks off the left upright. No good. Penn State holds. 17-10 now. Line ball at the 1-yard line. Wow. A chip shot. Doinks off the left upright. No good. Penn State ball up 7. 17-10. 4:50-40 play. Kansas State, Mississippi State must have went final. Central Florida, Stanford about to kick off from Orlando. I'll check on other scores after this game goes final, along with final stats. I assume Ohio State won. Kansas State was up, and that game is now over, so I assume they won as well. West Virginia was up on NC State. I assume they won then too. But Stanford comes across country now to play Central Florida. Central Florida 2-0. Brandon Wimbush at quarterback, the Notre Dame transfer quarterback. Stanford 1-1 on the year. Lost to USC last week after defeating Northwestern week 1. We'll have to see if KJ Costello will play this afternoon.
True to the loom, Cool Zone Fly Boxer briefs have vents for airflow. And to demonstrate the importance of vents, we removed them to see what would happen. Excuse me.
Keep answering your phone.
Gonna have a touchback to begin that ball game.
True to the loom, Cool Zone Fly Boxer briefs. Without vents, it's hard to keep your cool.
USC BYU underway from Provo. That is on ESPN News, 0-0 with the Trojans and Cougars. USC has the ball. Penn State, 1st and 10. Ball got moved to the 20-yard line after the missed field goal. 2nd and 9. And Pitt has one timeout left with 4:30 to play. Clifford, pass complete. Justin Shorter, number 6, 1st down. Chris Fowler just brought up. Penn State snapped it with 14 seconds to go on the play clock. You might want to let that go down a little bit more. Take as much time off this clock as you can. Penn State still has 3 timeouts. Pitt with 1. Start running the ball a little bit and make Pitt call that 3rd and final timeout and end up winning the ball game 17-10 more than likely. 3:50 now to play. 1st and 10 from the 39. Fryermuth in at tight end. 2 wide to the top of your screen. Handoff, Journey Brown. Journey Brown with a 5-yard gain, 2nd down. There's Tony Dorsett on the Pitt sideline. Super Bowl winning running back with the Dallas Cowboys, Heisman Trophy winner at Pitt as well, along with being an NFL Hall of Famer. 2nd and 5. Another handoff. Journey Brown once again, gain 1. 3rd down on the way. 2:45 with 34 on the play clock. On Penn State, you don't snap this ball until there's 2:10 to go. Pitt will probably call their timeout after this play, especially if Penn State doesn't get the 1st down. 3rd and 4 from the 45. Maybe hit Fryermuth. You haven't gone him since the 1st half. Snap it with 3 on the play clock. Clifford looking to throw. Deep down the near sideline. Incomplete. Who the hell was that to? Clock stops. Pitt keeps their timeout. Why? Why are you throwing the ball? Run the damn football. 2:06 to play. Penn State's going to punt. Why are you throwing? I know it was 3rd and 4, but still, run the damn ball. Gillikin gets the punt up and away. Pitt fields it inside the 10 at the 7. And Sutherland with the stop around the 15. 1:56 to play. Pitt has to go 85 yards with 1 timeout to score a touchdown to tie this ball game up. And then it goes back to what I brought up earlier. If Pitt scores, do you kick the extra point or do you go for 2 and the win? Georgia won over Arkansas State 55-0. Ohio State winners over Indiana as well, 51-10. Alabama, South Carolina just got underway. They're tied at 0. 1:56 to play. Pitt ball down 7 to Penn State from the 16-yard line. Pitt going from right to left, from the south end zone to the north end zone. Penn State brings the blitz over the middle, complete at the 35. Lamont Wade on the stop. 1st down and 10. Pickett now should be over 300 yards passing. 1st and 10 from the 37. Coming down the wire just as I expected. Screen pass, Cam Brown with the tackle for loss. Penn State sack back at the 30-yard line. Shakatoni takes down Kenny Pickett. 3rd and long. 1 minute to play. Pitt calls their 3rd and final timeout. Pitt, 3 sacks. All 3 in the first half. Penn State now, 3 sacks. All in the second half. A tale of the first quarter, tale of the second quarter, tale of the first 2 quarters in the first half, but then a tale of 2 halves for the game overall after a 10-10 tie ball game at halftime. Still 17-10 after 2 rushing touchdowns from Penn State. One from Devin Ford, another from Noah Kane, plus a field goal for Penn State. A Pitt touchdown and a Pitt field goal. And that's where we're locked at, 17-10. 3rd and 17 for Pitt, down 7. 1 minute to play. And this could very well be the final minute ever that Pitt and Penn State play on the Gridiron. 3rd and 17 from the 30. Trips near side for Pitt. Pickett looking to throw. Windsor on the pressure. Dump off. Gain of 4. Lamont Wade and John Reed on the tackle. 4th down. Here's your ball game. Game clock continues to wind now at 42 seconds. Ball game, folks. Pitt snaps. Penn State. Pass is complete. Past the 40. 26 seconds to play. That was a catch, it looked like. They're going to review it, though. They'll take some time to look at it. With the game on the line, they'll be sure to look at it. That was a catch, though. Or did he step out of bounds, though, before he... Did he ever step out of bounds and then come back in and catch it? Or did he go down to the ground out of bounds? That'd be incomplete. Play is under review. Back of his left foot might have touched the white on the sideline. And then when he falls to the ground after the catch, he is out of bounds. We'll see what they say. It's a catch on the field, obviously, so they got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. Earlier, they did overturn a Penn State pass and catch that was called a catch on the field. Are they going to overturn now on 4th down for Pitt a completed pass on the sideline? Commercial break, now back to the action, as we're going to find out here very shortly what the call is going to be. But then he came down out of bounds. It looks like a catch to me. And this is for Pitt moving down the field to potentially score to tie the ball game up here at the end of the game. And I'm a Penn State fan saying this, so don't say I'm biased. Here's the call. It's a catch. Ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a catch. 1st down, Pitt. From the 37, it's going to be 1st and 10, Panthers. 4-15 for Pitt on 3rd down, yet they're 3-3 on 4th. 1st and 10, 26 seconds for Kenny Pickett and company. Castro Fields with the corner blitz. Micah Parsons getting after Pickett as well. Pickett airs it out, incomplete. 19 seconds, 2nd and 10. Pickett looking to throw over the middle. Almost intercepted at the 10-yard line by Penn State. Incomplete. 3rd and 10, 15 seconds to play. From the 37, 3rd and 10. 10 seconds to play. Pitt pass complete. First down, stayed inbounds though. Clock continues to wind. 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over. Pitt does not get the snap off. Game is over. Penn State wins 17-10. And now Franklin's telling his Nittany Lions to get back on the sideline. Game's over. He was stopped inbounds. Pitt has no timeouts. They did not get back to clock it. Game's over. Clock ran out. Penn State wins 17-10. Plain and fucking simple. They're going to give them an untimed down. Are you kidding me? Penn State now playing prevent. Everybody behind the 10-yard line except for the 3 defensive linemen. 5 seconds to play now. Penn State calls a timeout. Franklin, give them hell. Make them review this. There is no time left on the clock. This game should be fucking over right now. You might as well send the rivalry out with a bang if this is going to be the last time that these two teams ever meet. Pickett, 35 of 49, 372. Clifford, 14 of 30, 222. Penn State, however, has 2 rushing touchdowns. Pitt 1 touchdown. Both teams have a field goal. That's where we're at, 17-10. Pitt actually missed a chip shot field goal, doinked it off the left upright as well from the 1-yard line. Now 6 seconds to play in the ball game. 1st and 10 for Pitt. Down 7, 17-10. Now there's 9 seconds to play. You go from 0 to 5 and then to 9. Penn State called the timeout. You can't at least look at it, see how much time there actually is on the clock. If there is 000 and the game should be over. Penn State still playing prevent. Pitt ball at the 26-yard line. Under 10 to play. Hook and ladder more than likely for Pitt. Pass incomplete near sideline. I don't know who the hell Pickett was thrown to there. 2nd and 10. And Temple upsets Maryland 20-17. Alabama, South Carolina. Alabama on the board. 5 seconds, 2nd and 10. Pickett looking to throw. Airs it out in the end zone. Batted down, incomplete. Penn State wins 17-10 in the 100th and potentially final meeting between the Panthers of Pittsburgh and the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Game is over. Penn State wins 17-10. And as much shit as Pat Narduzzi talks, as there is the handshake between him and Franklin, Penn State 3 straight over Pitt. As the crowd is booing for some reason, I don't know why. But the Hail Mary batted down. Penn State wins 17-10. As much shit as Pat Narduzzi and Pitt talk for Penn State Hate Week, for their Super Bowl, they can clearly not put it out on the field and defeat the Nittany Lions. Great game, though, today. They start the series back off with a bang. In 2016, Pitt wins 42-39 in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field. A game Penn State should have won. 2 years ago, Penn State wins 34-13 at Beaver Stadium in Happy Valley. Then last year, in a monsoon, a game I was at, down in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field, Penn State blew them out in the second half, won 51-6. Nittany Lions hold on today. It was a tie ball game, tied at 10 at halftime. Penn State scores a Noah Kane rushing touchdown late in the third quarter, and the Nittany Lions end up winning 17-10. Great game. Awesome game. But, like I said, as much shit as Pitt talks against Penn State, they just can't go out and play. Pitt football has not been relevant since they had Dan Marino and Tony Dorsett back in the 70s and 80s. They go final from Happy Valley, 17-10. Penn State wins. USC on top of BYU, 7-6. Central Florida with a big interception return for a touchdown, it looks like, from Spectrum Stadium in Orlando. KJ Costello is playing quarterback for Stanford this afternoon after sitting out last week due to an injury versus USC Trojans. Play is under review in Provo. Rolling on the field is a touchdown for BYU, 7-6, but under review. But Penn State with a big win as they got tested this afternoon against the Pitt Panthers. I knew it was going to be a very, very close, hard-fought football game from both sides. But Penn State ends up winning. Penn State off next week before playing at Maryland on a Friday night, September the 27th. I don't know, nor do I really care who Pitt plays the rest of the year in the ACC. They'll probably only end up winning 6-7 games at the best, if that, even so. Touchdown comes off the board now for BYU, 7-0 USC, 6:20 to play in the first. As it is now, almost 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. This game between Pitt and Penn State that just went final was actually supposed to kick off at noon, but then due to a lightning delay, a 40-minute lightning delay, game didn't get started until 20-1, 10-10 at halftime. We have a BYU touchdown now, so it is going to be 7-7 after that one touchdown was brought off the board. But a 1-yard touchdown run by BYU, going to be 7-7 after the extra point, more than likely. In the first half, we had a Devin Ford, Built Ford tough touchdown by Penn State, 7-0. And then 7-3 Pitt. 10-7 Pitt then led, and then 10-10 at halftime after Penn State kicked a school record 57-yard field goal going into halftime to tie it up to get momentum going into the second half, a second half in which they received the football. Then Pitt got shut out, obviously, in the second half then. But then the only touchdown, other than good defense, a lot of punts in this game. It was a field possession game and a defensive showdown. Not a lot of points scored. Obviously, Penn State did not cover. They were 16.5-point favorite going into today's game and only won by 7. So if you pick the under, good for you. Congrats. But then we just had a Noah Candy Cane touchdown in the second half, and Penn State ends up holding on and winning 17-10 in the 100, and potentially final meeting between these two schools that are only separated by a couple hours apart. So, obviously, in my opinion, they should play every year. The past 4 years, all 4 games have been decently good, especially up to halftime. 3 of the 4 good, or the other 2 of 4, excuse me if I can do my math correctly, were good the whole way through, the first and the last, in 16 and 19. Pitt won the first, and then Penn State's won 3 straight. Bye week next week before playing at Maryland. October, I still think for Penn State is going to be hell. I honestly do. They play Purdue October the 5th, at Iowa October 12th, Michigan at home on the 19th, and then at Michigan State on the 26th before having another bye week before playing at Minnesota, hosting Indiana, at Ohio State, and then Rutgers to close out 2019 in college football 150. As college football is celebrating 150 years this year, Pitt and Penn State just played for the 100th and potentially, once again, final time. But they should play every year, in my opinion. But, however, they're obviously not going to with the way non-conference and even conference schedules are scheduled nowadays, with teams going to be playing this team, 8 years from now. Well, that's 8 years from now. And yes, Dish Network, I am still here watching TV. I know I haven't changed the channel recently, but that's just because I was watching the Pitt Penn State game. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching my live reactions right here on Periscope. If you have chat questions and comments, let me know in the comment section below. Share this still on social media if you wish. Super like, and super heart button. But as always, like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring and myself, Go and Luke 96 on social media. For watching on playback on YouTube, links are in the description below. So in 16, Pitt won 42-39. And I'm glad, though, now, too, I'm not going to have to listen to Pitt fans say, well, probably going to have to listen to them say that they got screwed in today's game, or in the 3 wins that, Penn State had 3 the last 4 years. But in 2000, last time Pitt and Penn State played before they were renewed in 2016, Pitt had won. So from then until 16, a total of 16 years, I had to listen to Pitt fans say, the last time Penn State and Pitt played, Pitt won. Well, now, in 2019, and, for God knows, how long now, maybe, for eternity, because who knows if these two teams are ever going to play again, I can say, well, the last time Penn State and Pitt played, Penn State won, and they won 3 of those 4 games. Really, they should have won all 4. 16, Penn State lost by 3. Penn State won last year, 2 years ago and last year, and then today as well. Stats for the game that just got over with Penn State and Pitt. Kenny Pickett, hell of a game for him last year. He only had 55 passing yards against the Nittany Lions in a Nittany Lion blowout, 51-6. Today on the road, he threw the ball 51 times because Pitt absolutely could not run the ball to save their goddamn life. Kenny Pickett, 35 of 51, 372 yards passing, but no touchdowns. No touchdowns from Kenny Pickett. And then rushing-wise, for Pitt, one guy had 1 carry for 9 yards. Another had 9 for 7, along with 4 for 6, and then 8 of 5. So you guys can do the math on that. Pitt had less than 25 yards rushing. Receiving, though, for Pitt, 12 catches for 125 yards for Taser Mack. A.J. Davis, 7 of 94. So they almost had 2 receivers go over the century mark receiving. French, 8 catches, 43 yards. Griffin Stewart, 2 of 39, the tight end that caught the pass over the middle on the play-action pass on 4th and 1 late in the game. Trey Tipton, 2 of 28, and Butler Jenkins, 1 catch for 27 yards. Penn State, Sean Clifford had 222 yards passing, 14 of 30, 222 for Sean Clifford, the big red dog. Now Penn State has momentum going into the Maryland game, with Maryland getting upset today on the road in Philadelphia at the Link against Temple. So the Owls defeat the Terps. I'll have to check my predictions for this week, how I'm doing there. I know coming into Saturday I was 1-2. I got Wake Forest, North Carolina wrong. I picked the Tar Heels. And then I also got Kansas, Boston College wrong. I picked BC and Kansas won. But however, I did pick Washington State. I'll check on the games for Saturday here today very shortly. But yeah, Clifford was 14-30, 222. Big win for Penn State, obviously. It's bragging rights here in the state of Pennsylvania. Even though some people, don't say, it's a rivalry. It is a rivalry. It's Pitt's Super Bowl, but anymore for Penn State, it's just another game. But now, these two teams aren't going to play for God knows how long. Hopefully, maybe sometime in the near future, they'll schedule something for, 8-10 years from now. And then after that, have an agreement with each other saying they're going to play each other every single year from here on out. But with Maryland losing, both teams off now next week. They play in College Park on a Friday night on the 27th at 8 o'clock on Fox Sports 1, I do believe. Penn State 3-0, Maryland 2-1. Maryland 17 points after, and Penn State 17 points today too, after both teams, Maryland especially so more than Penn State. Penn State put up 79 in week 1 and then 49 last week, or 45 last week against Buffalo, excuse me. But then Maryland week 1, they also put up 79 for Jordan McNair. He wore number 79 for the Terps before passing away last June. But then they also put up 63 last week on the top 25 ranked Syracuse team at home. Syracuse hosts Clemson later on tonight in about 3.5 hours now. So that should be a good game in a couple weeks. Penn State 3-0, Maryland 2-1. First conference game for both teams as well in 2019, as both teams will now enter conference play in the Big Ten. And it's going to be a wild finish, that's for damn sure. I know we're still in September, but a lot of games are going to come down to the wire, just like today's game did. And we'll just have to see how things play out obviously in the Big Ten East and in the ACC. With Pitt, Clemson's probably going to win the division regardless in the end anyway. Virginia looking like a good team though right now too. Along with Wake Forest, North Carolina too. That was a good game last night. But stat-wise, Penn State, as I said, Sean Clifford 14-30, 222. Journey Brown, 10 carries, 109 yards. Noah Kane, 6 carries, 40 yards, and a touchdown. Devin Ford, 5 carries, 9 yards, and a touchdown. And then Ricky Slade, probably his worst game as a Penn State running back, only had 4 carries for 4 yards. KJ Hamler receiving for Penn State, 3 catches, 68 yards. Ricky Slade, 2 of 42. Justin Shorter, 2 of 29. And then Jahan Dotson, 2 of 21. They did not go to the tight end a lot today. Nick Bowers, inexistent. Pat Fryermuth, basically also inexistent. Only had 1 catch for 16 yards. Journey Brown also the same receiving for Penn State. A BYU interception against USC. Central Florida on top of Stanford 14-0, a team USC beat last week. 7-7 though, SC and BYU from Provo. Now the Cougs are getting the ball back after the INT. And like I said, it was a field possession game and then a defensive showdown. In my opinion, at least, everybody has their own opinions. You guys can let me know in the comments below, either right here on Periscope or if you're watching on playback on YouTube, let me know in the comments below over there. Subscribe on YouTube as well. But a field possession game and then a defensive showdown. Both teams went old school today. Today's game looked like it was being played in the early 1980s when this rivalry between Pitt and Penn State was at its high. And then obviously they don't play a whole lot anymore, obviously, because Penn State's in the Big Ten, Pitt in the ACC. Penn State there, the score on the bottom screen of ESPN here on ABC, 17-10, Penn State the winner. But after all this conference realignment back in the 90s, like once Penn State moved to Big Ten in 93, they played in the late 90s for a little bit, and mentioned a moment ago, Pitt won the last time they played until 16, and then Pitt won again in 16, but then Penn State's won 3 in a row now. Rivalry, these two teams might not ever play once again. I don't know. Hopefully they do, but we'll see. But they went old school. They went back to how these two teams used to play. Ground and pound, and run the ball and play good defense, and hopefully you can put up points and win. So Penn State wins 17-10, and I mean, there's not really else much to say. By the way, yeah, let me check out my predictions for this week in college football. See what I am. Okay, Washington State won. That's a win. So 1-2, yeah, coming in today. Penn State won. That's 2-2. Ohio State won. That's 3-2. Maryland lost. Maryland lost to Temple. I believe Kansas State defeated Mississippi State as well. Oh yeah, let me check in on other scores. Yeah, because I was going to do scores of other games plus stats here at the end like I normally do. Air Force, I believe, defeated Colorado as well. So I got 3 games I got to check on here with Kansas State, Mississippi State, NC State, West Virginia, Air Force, Colorado. And up to that point, though, I'm 1-2-3-3 record-wise for my predictions this week. Last week I went 13-9. Leading into this week, I was 30-15. So hoping, obviously, for another good week in college football. NFL, though, tomorrow. Steelers host the Seahawks. Will be live right here on Periscope, live reactions, play-by-play of that as well, along with WWE Clash of Champions tomorrow night on the WWE Network, plus Sunday Night Football with the Eagles and Falcons. So, yeah, just stay tuned for my college football week 4 predictions then now next week to get the scoop on everything that happened this week. Field goal by BYU, 10-7. They lead USC, still 14-0. Central Florida over Stanford. 4 o'clock now as well. Iowa State kicking off from Ames. I have the Hawkeyes in that. Also Arizona State, Michigan State underway. New Mexico, Notre Dame, Alabama, South Carolina. Big one though tonight. Florida and Kentucky in the SEC East, and then Clemson, Syracuse, but some under the radar games in my opinion. TCU and Purdue from West Lafayette. And then Oklahoma, UCLA should be be a good game, but UCLA is probably going to get blown out. Jalen Hurts has looked unstoppable with Lincoln Riley and Norman so far this year. USC, BYU, also an underrated game as the rain starts to fall in Orlando for Central Florida and Stanford. But yeah, we'll see what happens this week. But yeah, just keep an eye out for my week 4 college football predictions. Get the scoop on everything that happened this week, scores and stats, plus a preview of next week, week 4 of college football, and then also keep an eye out for NFL week 3 predictions. And I'll see everybody now tomorrow for more football, NFL this time around with Steelers, Seahawks, live reactions right here on Periscope. Also tomorrow night, Clash of Champions in the WWE, along with Sunday Night Football, Eagles, Falcons, as I previously just mentioned. And then next week, keep an eye out for those videos. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Almost at 1,000, so thank you. And then also, next week, no college football live reactions as Penn State is off. They play at Maryland the following Friday. And then I haven't made up my mind, as I said earlier, about NFL next weekend. The Steelers play at the 49ers, but I don't know how the rest of the NFL schedule shakes out, so I don't really know what game I'm going to do live reactions play-by-play of. So NFL kicked off on Thursday with Panthers, Buccaneers. Tampa Bay won that. And Penn State just defeated Pitt, 17-10. And like I said, Pat Narduzzi and Pitt always talk a lot of shit coming into the Penn State game. And for some reason, they just can't go out and win football games when it comes down to it. And then when it's all said and done, their name is next to an L in the record book. So Penn State wins 17-10 over the Pitt Panthers. Eat shit, Pitt. I'll see everybody down tomorrow. Steelers, Seahawks, live reactions right here on Periscope. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Gridring18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Links are actually in the description below if you're watching on playback on YouTube. And thank you guys for tuning in this afternoon and watching my live reactions play-by-play of Pitt, Penn State, Sweet Caroline. Eat shit, Pitt. We are Penn State. Penn State wins 17-10.